Hey, Joe. What's happening? Good to see you. This is the second time you've been on, but it's the first time that it's actually been face-to-face. Great to see you. Have a seat, my friend. Congratulations on a tremendous night. You really were the tone setter. You score a couple off the jump. When you come into a place like this with a team that's reeling a little bit, you know that they're vulnerable in a sense. For you all to jump out the way you did, how much of a tone setter is that in terms of what you hoped it might be?
Right. I mean, pretty much, I thought we had a hell of a week of practice. It started with that. We knew we was going to pretty much get their best shot. They tried to fake punt early.
Right.
And pretty much we did whatever we could to really capitalize.
That was Mixion that got the tackle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How about that? How about that?
Hey, it was good to see that boy out there, making plays. But it was a great thing to see us play football for 4 quarters, and that took us a long way.
When you get Nico back and he scores right out of the gate and then it comes back with a flag, but I mean, even though it doesn't count, I have to think that everybody just takes a deep breath and it's like, oh, 12's back, am I right?
That was up. So, I mean, it was a great thing is having Nico back. Offense pretty much opened up, and now we can do our thing, call plays, call shots, and make the most of it.
We talked in the pregame about a week ago where you have Detroit in your building and you guys are playing fantastic football.
Yep.
And then in the second half, 2 things. A, that's a really good Detroit team you're playing. And B, the second half has been a problem for you guys.
No doubt.
What allows a team to flush a week like that and play the way you all did tonight? What happens during this week from then till tonight?
I mean, it was a tough loss that we took last week. I mean, basically, we pretty much took all the coaches out of the locker room and I huddled them boys up, and I think that we responded in a hell of a way after that conversation. Mm-hmm. The way we attacked practice, the way we attacked meetings, everybody on time, everybody doing all the little things right. And, everything translated to the field, and that's what D'Amico was talking about, and he was able to showcase that tonight.
I'm a big believer that what takes place in a room like that probably ought to stay in the room, so I'm not asking you to tell me what you say, but at the same time, I'm kind of asking, do you see things slipping? This is the first time you've been with a group. You sense that maybe guys get lazy in areas where they've been buttoned up? Is that a fair way to characterize it?
Well, like I said, it was a tough way we took that loss, man, and obviously, for the most part, we figured out that, whatever happens, it's on us to fix it.
Interesting.
Coaches, they do all the things to prepare us, which they think they do a hell of a job.
Uh-huh.
And it's up to the players to go out there and execute. And I thought that this week we responded in a hell of a way. I mean, like you said, I was a hell of a Detroit team, but, when it come down to it, if that was their best shot and we ain't finished early and we only lost by 3,
mm-hmm.
Hopefully we can make a run and meet them up again.
But this is interesting. I think human nature, it can leak into anyone's life, right?
No.
You can let things slip, and if you do, then that's the difference between maybe beating and losing a really good Detroit team. But you guys won tonight, and you're the 3rd player in NFL history with 10 rushing touchdowns in your first 8 games with the team. The last guy to do was Eric Dickerson. We're talking about legendary company, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool to be on a list with a guy like that. But your season to date with this team, what's it been like for you to change uniforms, change divisions, and try to be the guy that you've become to this group, the lead back?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it was definitely tough, making that transition. But, I had a group of guys that got me through it. And, from top to bottom in the organization, man, I mean, it was all love since day one. And I just try to do whatever I can to, be the best player and the best teammate that I know that I am. Mm-hmm. I know that I bring a lot to this organization. And, they do a lot for me. And they let me be me. So I think that's been a hell of a thing for us. And obviously I want to keep on doing whatever I can, man, to put the team on my back and try to, make that run, take us to the promised land.
You guys have some folks on defense that hopefully get healthy in the coming weeks. You got to bye after a couple of division games, and I think it's not too early to look down the road towards the playoffs. This is certainly a team that we expect to be a playoff team, and you're led by a guy that in his rookie year last year opened a lot of eyes in C.J. Stroud. I asked Troy Aikman, where do you want to see the next step in the growth? What's been your experience with this young man? Because he has impressed the hell out of us as a lead. He's a young man who's a leader of men. What have you noticed from him?
I mean, like you said, we're getting a lot of guys back. We get Foley back soon. We get C. Harris back soon, and that front 7, when he get back, it's gonna be dangerous. Mm-hmm. I'm very excited for that. In terms of CJ, man, just seeing the growth, him coming out here, the way that he prepares, the way that he does all the little things right, you know, he prepares in a hell of a way. He sent us clips. He sent us all the little things that we need to do to, you know, be on top of the detail and what we're doing, man. So I just try to do whatever I can to bring a little bit of, you know, off the script and what Joe Burrow did in Cincinnati, and just letting him know, like, bro, you have that same ability,
right?
And you know,
that's high praise.
Exactly, and he made a crucial play with his legs, and I think he does a great job with just taking in game and really applying it to what he does, man. Like you said, he's a hell of a player, and we just gotta keep on everybody, you know, making everybody step up to the plate and make plays.
I know you gotta go. Just the last real quick thought. You play a position where dudes hit the wall or fall off a cliff and like it's just over quick.
Yeah.
You're not at that point yet, clearly, but changing uniforms, like give it a chance to re-envision who you are to a team.
Yeah.
How has that injected you with what we're seeing on the field this year? And it's not like you had a nice year last year too. I'm just saying, maybe it was an opportunity to look at yourself that way. Is that reasonable?
Yeah, man. Like I said, it was tough, but honestly, I just feel like I got everything to prove to my teammates that, you know, I'm definitely that man, and you know, I'm everything that, you know, the way that they value me. And I just try to do whatever I can to prove my teammates right on why I'm on this team. And like I said, keep on leading, keep doing all the little things. I mean, all these guys that's, you know, the linemen, receivers, everybody bought in. Fullbacks, everybody bought in. Everybody got a major role, and I think that everybody embraces it. So now it's time to put everything together, keep playing complementary football for 4 quarters. And, you know, like I said, hopefully right now we start that run and keep it going.
1, 2, 3. Were you